there are two people, and this is what's so interesting. When God said to Hagar that she's going to have a son, God actually said what this child has to be named. He has to be named Ishmael. And when Jacob's name was changed from Jacob to Israel or Yisrael, that was also God speaking. So it's only two people who became nations, whose names were given to them by God himself, and whose names contain the word God, Ishmael and Israel. Those are the two nations. Now, it's kind of interesting because Israel means he will make God his master. That's literally what the word means. You can actually hear the middle part has the SR sound, Yisrael. The SR sound is the sound from which later on other languages develop the idea of master, like the word sir or sire, always an SR sound, or even the Russian Tsar, or even Caesar, always an SR sound coming from this Yisrael idea. He will make God his master. And that is, surely, is that not the essence of the Judeo-Christian tradition?
Absolutely.
We will make God the boss.
That's right.
That's what it's about. Now let's take a look and see what Ishmael means. Ishmael means God will hear him. Well, not surprisingly, Arabs pray, Muslims pray more than any other people on earth. 5 times a day they pray, constantly, because part of their basic heritage that's locked into their name and into their identity is this idea that God will hear them. And it's a tremendous advantage they have, because we have to be on the right track for God to hear our prayers. But God listens to them in a different way. So that means we really have to be faithful to our commitment. And that means that as important as strategy is, as important as courage and fearlessness are, as important as military strategy is in defeating the threat of Islamic fundamentalism, something else is even more important, and that is we must never abandon the traditions of our faith. We must never forget the biblical and Judeo-Christian origins of who we are, because I do believe that without that, we stand zero chance of defeating perhaps the greatest threat that Western civilization has faced in a very long time. And these are these two names, Ishmael and Yisrael.
So you're saying that prayer is a weapon in the supernatural against radical Islam?
It's an essential one, because they have a slight edge on that over us.
Isaac